it's great to have that push and to have that encouragement and to have somebody else's faith in you to be like, we know you can do it.
Support is everything, especially when it comes to women. And I think women-owned businesses are such an incredible thing. I think there's a stat that has come out. I don't know if it's true or not, but it says that women own more businesses in the United States now than men do.
Welcome to the Best of Raleigh with your host and real estate expert, Gretchen Coley, owner of the Coley Group. This show is all about the people and places that make the Raleigh area so special. Here's your host, Gretchen Coley.
So welcome to the Best of Raleigh, and I'm here with Sonal Patel, the owner of Woodhouse Spa, and we are so happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Gretchen, for having me. This is a treat.
Well, wonderful. Well, speaking of a treat, everything about Woodhouse is a treat, and we are so happy to have them located just right across the street here in North Hills. And we're going to get to Woodhouse and talking about the experiences that you can have there and how lovely of a luxury spa it is. But before we go there, I am fascinated by you. You have such a storybook. It's not even a storybook story. You are a serial entrepreneur. You have navigated motherhood, owning businesses in life so well. So I'd love to hear about your background. How did you, tell me about your education and how you got started.
Oh my God, yes. So I will start with, so my education background is I have a bachelor's in chemistry. Came here after I got married and had decided, was trying to, did some extra courses and stuff up here. You're in a new country, figuring everything out. And then, was in clinical research. So I was working in clinical research for a while. Got pregnant with my daughter. And once I had her, I decided to take a little bit of time off and just, be at home with her. It was around that time that this whole business adventure came into being. So my husband just, he and a friend just went off to a Dunkin' Donuts open house. It was being held in Raleigh, and came back and was like, oh, guess what? We got a 3-store franchise for Dunkin' Donuts. And I'm like, what?
As if I didn't have enough to do.
Yeah, and I was just like, how in the world? Like, I don't know anything about business. And he was like, nope, you'll be fine. You'll have a lot of flexibility with the child and you'll do the business. And, that's literally how I was thrown into the business part of it. So, but, you definitely, challenges you learn along the way. Sure. And that's what we did. It was definitely not something that I saw myself doing for the rest of my life.
Why was that?
But this was in 2004 is when we opened our first Dunkin' locations. We grew all the way to 6 locations, and we had it for about 10 years.
Wow.
But like I said, and it was and definitely hard and challenging.
How many children do you have now?
I have 2.
So 2 children, and they are how old?
So I have, my daughter is 22 years old and my son is 16.
Well, whatever you're doing, I need to do some of because you look fabulous.
Come down to the spa.
I trust me, I'm there. So tell me about after Dunkin' Donuts, you ended up going into an educational business,
I did.
Correct? Which
I
think is fascinating because you've kind of followed the trajectory of your children, right?
Oh, absolutely. So again, with Dunkin', it was quite a lot for something like this. And again, it wasn't something, like I said, I saw myself doing for the rest of my life. So it was very important for me at that time to just get out of it and, do something else. My kids were small. I didn't want to spend too much time away from them. So the educational business. And, the consistent point behind this story is going to be this friend of mine, my childhood friend from India, who was here, who was living in California, and we were very close. We would meet probably not that often at all, but we would talk literally like every day or every couple of days, and she knew every single thing that was going on in my life as I did in hers.
She was like a sister.
Totally. And so she was the one who was like, I was telling her, I'm like, okay, I'm done with Dunkin', but I do want to do something, not sure what. We would always talk about kids' education, being like, I went to Kumon and I couldn't find this part of it, or I went here, and that's how she was like, my kids go to JEI, so why don't you, look into it? I really love that. And I was like, okay. So I I looked into the franchise and I really, really loved their books, their concept, everything. So I actually went up to me and my husband. We drove up to New Jersey to the corporate. We talked to them and, we opened the first location in North Carolina. This was again in 2014.
Yeah.
And I still have that.
Yeah.
9 years later, I still have that.
That seems to be a passion for you, because when you talk about that, you light up a little bit. Not so lit up about Dunkin' Donuts, but you light up about the educational thing. And, it sounds like you've been surrounded by great people. Your husband and your friend who have said to you, you can do this, go do it. So what does that encouragement mean to you as a woman?
It means the world.
Yeah.
It means the world to have somebody, and this friend of mine, and as we get into Woodhouse, that's what you're going to see is between her and my husband, they have seen things in me that honestly I have not.
Wow.
So, and that makes all the difference in the world for somebody to know you that well, to know what you're capable of. And deep down you might think you would be too, but it's great to have that push and to have that encouragement and to have somebody else's faith in you to be like, you can do it.
Support is everything, especially when it comes to women. And I think women-owned businesses are such an incredible thing. I think there's a stat that has come out. I don't know if it's true or not, but it says that women own more businesses in the United States now than men do. And that is a testament to our being capable of so much more than we thought we were 50 years ago or 100 years ago. I mean, if you think about how far women have come. And so I'm always fascinated by women-owned businesses, because it takes a lot to be a mother and a wife and a business owner. And they always say that if you want to get something done, give it to a busy woman, right? And you're a testament to that. So let's meld into Woodhouse. And we had never heard of Woodhouse here in Raleigh. When I saw the store going up, or the spa going up, I was like, gosh, I wonder what that's going to be. It's going to be kind of incredible just because it is really beautiful. So tell me how you found Woodhouse.
So again, the same thing, it's skincare is one of my passions. It's one of the things that I am very crazy about, if I can say that. Just like you, I'll be looking up the latest trends all the time. I'll always be looking up, okay, what's new? Which brand is new? Which cream is new? What else can I use to get rid of the, just generally
get rid of the wrinkles
like
is a motivator.
It's a motivator, right? So, all my life that was always, but you never think about something like that turning into a profession, right? But what happened was, again, one of these topics where I would always be telling my friend, being like, you should try this out. You should try that out. Along that time, a Woodhouse had opened up in California, where she stays, and she was a very regular guest there. Every time she would go there, and she would call me afterwards and be like, Sonal, I don't know why, every time I step into that spa, I only see you. And I almost feel like, if I can see somebody running this business, this kind of business, it would be you. And I would always laugh at her and be like, yeah, sure. You see me running all kind of businesses all the time. And she'd just be like, no, they have one in Charleston. Why don't you go check it out? So we did. We went down to Charleston, and it wasn't, again, nothing where I thought I would ever do this. But we did go down to Charleston, and I went there, and I went to the Woodhouse Spa, and I honestly fell in love.
Oh, what did you fall in love with?
Just, the complete experience. It was the ambiance is so different, because that is an older concept, location, right, center, and we are a newer concept. Even then, just the minute you step in, and the vibes, and then of course the whole experience of just the way you're treated, right? That is something that I know for sure that you don't get anywhere up here at just your regular, pop and mortar, or, the regular spas. The idea being that instead of, just by just spending that tad bit more, what you get is a lot more.
I agree with that.
And,
you can go get a massage, or you can go get skincare anywhere, right? But the experience is what you want, because you're taking time out of your day, away from your family, away from your business. And when you have a place that can make it just a little bit more.
There you go.
It's
Even
amazing.
that 2 hours, you take 2 hours of your time, but if I can make you feel that, oh my God, what you just went and had a facial, but for those 2 hours, we made you feel like, wow, this is something. And it's not to the point where you can't afford it entirely, or it has to be a once in a anniversary or a birthday thing. It has to be part of your wellness routine. Is where we are trying to come in play. It's like, let's make this. We take that time for yourself.
Yeah.
Be it a woman or a man or whatever.
I love that you said that, because self-care is such a focus for me right now. And it's such a focus at this time of the year. We're in January, and self-care is always at the top of the list. Everybody makes these New Year's resolutions that they want to get fit, they want to get healthy, they want to, make sure that they're getting regular massages or facials. They want to look and feel their best. It's like that renewal, right? And self-care is such an important thing all year long. Because especially as women, if we're not taking care of ourselves first, we can't really take care of anybody else. Do you agree with that?
Very true. Very, very true. Absolutely right.
So at Woodhouse, what are your favorite experiences there? If we can give the listeners a few treatments they could do.
Sure. I talked about the calming retreat. The other one is our black sand rejuvenation. It's really great any time of the year because it's a nice exfoliation, but it's one of that softer exfoliation treatments that you can get. Leaves your skin feeling really soft and nourished and moisturized
and
clean, right? Great if you're going on a vacation, like beach trip or somewhere. Come back and go and get that treatment. Any of our massages. Okay. My favorite is the tranquil stone or the hot stone massage.
I love a hot stone massage.
Yeah, that's my favorite. But our body balance, our deep tissue, all our massages.
Well, tell me a little bit. Let's talk about the calming experience. Tell me about that one.
So what it is it's a 110-minute treatment, which involves about 7 different steps in the treatment. So you'll get a little bit of reflexology, a little bit of dry exfoliation, which is what it starts out with. You get a foot massage, you get a scalp massage, you get a little bit of acupressure at certain points where you feel you can talk to the service provider and figure out, where you would like those pressure points. So and then you get the whole massage.
Wow.
Incorporated into that.
So all of you out there who are listening, Valentine's Day is coming up. And I don't know if you're hearing this, but all of this sounds pretty spectacular. Do you guys have anything going on for Valentine's Day?
We do. We have some specials and some promotions that are going to be coming out very soon. Okay. So I would say please keep checking our website. Throughout the year, we always have promotions and we always have special deals that we put out for our guests. So keep checking our website and our Insta page.
So if you are looking for a special gift, I can tell you, if you're looking for something for me, call Woodhouse. But for someone special, what a great way to rejuvenate yourself. So tell me a little bit. I know that we've talked a little about how the Woodhouse experience is more like an elevated spa experience that you would see when you go on vacation, because that's always the thing. Like, I go to a spa every single time I go on vacation, but I'm not always a regular spa user at home. Right. And I don't know if that's because there just hasn't been one here that's amazing, but the Woodhouse seems to be a little more like a travel experience.
Absolutely. So from the time you enter the spa to the time you leave it, our goal is to make sure you get that complete all-around mind and body experience that you wouldn't get hopefully anywhere else, right? So you come in, you get taken to our changing lounge, you get changed into robe. Our robes are just
decadent.
Too comfortable. So our robes and our slippers, you go sit in our quiet room, our relaxation room. You can get a tea, hot tea, mimosa, white wine, red wine, just relax, enjoy. We highly recommend don't have any of your electronics with you. Just put your mind at peace and just relax and enjoy the moment. Your service provider will come and get you after that from the relaxation room. You go and you have your treatment. You can come back and get ready and get going from on your day, or you can go ahead and relax some more in the relaxation room.
Yeah.
We also have infrared sauna, and we have a salt room that you can also reserve. It's an additional treatment.
Wow.
A package that you can reserve or book, and you can take advantage of that too.
I have to try the salt room.
Yeah, and then the essential oils that we use during the treatment, as well as throughout the spa.
You're speaking all of my languages, all of my love languages. I'm hoping that you guys are picking up on this. So the essential oils are mixed in throughout the process.
Yes, you will always get some level of it, at the beginning, at the end of the treatment, and if you add in an aromatherapy, you get even more. Sure. So it just depends on how, and then throughout the spa, of course, you get that smell, and that just kind of puts your essential oils are amazing. They are very what do you say? They are very special only to our brand, and they actually mimic the moods that you would want to put yourself in. So we have calm, we have balanced, we have resilience, all these different essential oils, and you can feel the difference.
We should go over there right now.
I would love to have you.
We've talked a lot about the body. Let's talk about the face and anti-aging, because that is, I'm 48 years old. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, ugh. Some days I'm like glowing and some days I'm a little not. So tell us a little bit about what some of your favorite facial treatments are right now.
Two of my absolute hands down favorite are Sculpt Facial, which is absolutely amazing. It's an 80-minute, almost an hour and a half facial, which involves these different products that we put on your skin, as well as a fabulous mask. It involves a little bit of gua sha in there. It is just amazing. You just, the every step of it, the way it says sculpt, and it's actually for sculpting your skin. And I've had friends who have done that facial who swear by it. You do it like 2, 3, 4 times, every 4 to 6 weeks, and you will definitely notice that lifting.
Wow.
And that sculpting that you are looking for.
I love that.
And then of course we have our Hydrofacial, which is our all-time favorite facial whatsoever. It includes, it has LED treatment depending on which one you take.
The red or the blue.
We do both red or blue. We have the LED light. We have the the pen that we use with it. We have, you can add boosters to it, and our boosters are amazing. We have a J-Lo booster, which is like a glow. And
everybody wants to glow like J-Lo.
Yes, that makes a huge difference on your skin. So if you have a collagen booster, a J-Lo booster, just different ones that you can add to your treatments. But these two are just...
Yeah, I love both of those. The Hydrofacial just makes me feel ooey gooey and just glowing all the time. So what other services do you guys offer? Are you doing any tanning, any of that?
Oh, no. We are pretty much all about facials. So we have about 8 to 10 different kind of facials. We do microdermabrasion right from there to microcurrent to microchannel to, the regular facials, anti-aging.
Perfect.
Illuminate, all those hydrate and soothe.
Yeah.
So we have something for every skin type.
So
should not be a problem.
We've been seeing a lot everywhere about red light therapy. And I want to talk to you a little bit about red light therapy, because I'm sure you can lend something to this. Does red light therapy really work? Like now we're seeing, I've got the Solo Wave thing at home that I use, and I felt like a crazy person last night using it. I'm like, my arm's kind of tired. Like this is a lot. But now we're seeing the ones that you can sit at your desk that just...
So here's the biggest difference between, anything that you will use at home, and that is like, for home use, versus anything that is the professional use. So more the commercial industrial machines. Those definitely always have more strength and more effectiveness, if I can say so, versus anything you'll do at home, because of course,
that's good to know.
It's not going to be approved. So it's, to me, red light therapy is not going to harm you. To see results, it will take you a very, very, very long time. And of course, if you stop using it, there's always that part about, going back to normal. When you go, why, it's good to get, some level of these treatments done outside professionally
Right.
is because what you get is a lot more.
You get a lot
and
more
then
impact.
and then you can just supplement with whatever you're doing at home. And if you do both of that, you will definitely see a
See
difference.
results.
You'll
Well,
definitely see
thank you for
results.
that. So next time I'm
Yes.
scrolling on the gram, I won't press buy. Like that's a tough thing. But tell me what you love most about owning a Woodhouse Spa right here in North Hills. What do you've got raving fans. Like we see you
Thank you.
everywhere. You're doing a phenomenal job,
Thank
and I
you.
know that does not come easy. So what do you love about it?
Just that feeling that everybody who walks out of there walks out happy.
Yeah.
That makes people, it just makes everything worth it.
Yeah.
There's always this feeling of everybody smiling. We may have even my staff, my employees. They can tell you if you talk to them that our culture, our work culture that we've created behind the scenes is also very special. And they love being there, they love being together, and I think that's why that just reflects back on everything else that happens on the front end. As far as I know, for the most part, everybody leaves very,
Yeah,
very
they do.
happy.
I read your
and very
reviews.
satisfied and very satisfied. And if they are not, we are more than happy to work it out.
Sure.
We always say that please come back, please talk to us, and we will do whatever we can to make sure you get what you want.
Well, I
So-
love this. What a great conversation this has been, Sonal. I appreciate you coming on so much. Tell everyone where they can find Woodhouse.
We are located on the ground floor of the Eastern Building in North Hills. Parking is easy because that's one of the biggest questions we get is parking. Right next door on the deck, it's free. Come and check us out. Easiest way, our Facebook page, Instagram page, or website. Just click Woodhouse North Hills and it will take you right there to our website.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. And I hope that you all have enjoyed this conversation with Sonal about Woodhouse Spa. And if you haven't been over there, you need to pack your stuff up and get on over there for an appointment because you will come out of there feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and revived, and almost like you've been on a little mini retreat. So for those of you who have experienced Woodhouse, I would love for you to drop a comment below and let the others listeners know what kind of experience you've had. And I can say from personal experience, I have read all of their reviews. Their reviews are stellar, and that is hard to do in a spa style of environment because expectations are so high and they completely exceed them. So thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Best of Raleigh, where we featured the Woodhouse Spa right here in North Hills. We would love to connect with you. Just smash that follow button and stay in the know on all things special. We believe that Raleigh has so much to offer, and we love sharing our trusted friends, businesses, and partners with you. So we'd love to see you on the next episode of the Best of Raleigh, dropping every single week on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. We'll see you in Raleigh.